What's going on, guys? It's Zach here once again. As you guys know, a few years back, or whenever I made it, I believe 2016, I made that video about the 2005 United States Grand Prix. Well, guys, thank you so much for the 100,000 views. I really haven't had much time or much desire to really make videos, but when I saw that there was 100,000 views on the video, I'm thinking, well, I got to put another one out. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. And was this really a shocker to anybody? Have a look.
For today.
Just a little 230-mile-an-hour Sunday drive into the corner. Trouble. Danica Patrick.
On a break. On a break.
And that will be how her driving career in Indianapolis ends.
I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't laughing about this whole thing. It is finally time to say goodbye to Danica Patrick, and it could not have come any sooner. I mean, seriously, her career was just, I really don't see how she would be inspiring girls at all. She was nothing but a marketing machine for NASCAR. Just didn't have much talent whatsoever. She did win one race in Japan, but it was on fuel mileage. She may have led the Indy 500, but she didn't win it, did she? Isn't the goal to lead that last lap? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Well, Danica, unfortunately, you didn't do any of those, did you? Oh well. But all of us here have been so ready to say goodbye to you for a long time now. One thing that must be considered is that she was given championship-winning equipment in just about every series she competed in. In Indy, she drove for Andretti. Andretti has won several Indy 500s now as an owner. I mean, you're given this good of equipment, and you just don't have much to show for it. Now, when she was an IndyCar driver, she was pretty good. I wouldn't say great. She was okay. I shouldn't say pretty good. I take that back. She did have some good finishes. She did compete pretty well, but she definitely she wasn't championship caliber at all. Not even close. And yes, she may have led the Indy 500 and finished third in 2009, but that's about it. Because once she made the move to NASCAR, she was just the laughing stock of the sport. I mean, seriously. Accomplished absolutely nothing. What? A pole at Daytona? What good is that? You know, qualifying is completely meaningless, especially at Daytona, because you could very easily be shuffled to the back of the pack, and it could be very, very hard to make your way back up, as many people know. So, I mean, honestly, looking at it now, Eric Almirola took over the 10 car this year, and he's been finishing in the top 10 and anywhere but 30th every race. And he's proven that he could compete. When, you know, you put a talented driver in a car with good equipment, watch them. They'll do twice, if not 3 times as better than Danica did. This is just absolutely awesome now that she is no longer going to be part of motorsports. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get some criticism from some people, but I am not against female drivers at all. Trust me, I know about Haley Deegan and Natalie Decker, but those two have so much more potential than Danica ever had in her entire career. So I would actually love to see those two drivers make it to the Cup Series one day. I would absolutely love it, and I would probably root for them because they're talented. It's one thing to be talented, and it's a completely different thing to be a marketing machine or just, you know, Another problem I have with NASCAR drivers is that you got kids like Austin Dillon who rely on their frickin' grandfather to give them money to get a ride. Everybody knows Austin Dillon got lucky in the Daytona 500. Hell, he dumped Eric Almirola to win it. So, did he really earn it? Well, maybe, but not in a very respectful way. So, going back to Danica now, it's just amazing how quickly her career ended, and it's about time that people realized that she was just not that great. She was just a complete bust. You're in a Stewart-Haas racing car and a Michael Andretti car, and how do you not have much to show for it, especially when you're in Stewart-Haas equipment in stock cars? It's just incredible. It really is. I still can't wrap my head around it. But, you know, I guess somebody else is going to have to finish 30th every race now. And it's somebody who should, like Di Benedetto or David Reagan or somebody like that, because unfortunately they're in bad equipment. But Danica, you're just a pure waste of talent. I am very sorry to anybody that likes Danica, but everybody must admit that she was a true waste of talent. Her attitude sucked. Nothing was ever her fault whenever she crashed. And she just had a very, very poor personality. I mean, it's just awful. And I'm so glad to see her gone. So now I'm going to end this video with some Danica lowlights. Danica, thank you so much for all the laughs you gave NASCAR and IndyCar and motorsports fans all over the world. We can't thank you enough.
Looking outside. Outside. That was fucking bullshit. Hey, just forget about let's drive the car now. Work it out later.
Talking about Danica, well, yesterday in practice, it was a bit interesting. Let's take you back and show you what happened.
I happened to be watching this on the track at this time, and this was the second attempt for Danica Patrick to try and get past Milka Duno. She had caught up to her earlier. She backed off by about a quarter of a track, and then she caught back up to her again very quickly because Milka was off the pace. Now Danica tries to make another move continuously. She gets frustrated, and she does finally get inside Milka going down the back straightaway, but Milka should have moved over because she knew that Danica was much faster at this point in time, Marty.
Well, and as this ended up transpiring, we saw Danica at the end of the session, and she was a little bit upset, as you could tell. Well, we found out later, and we got some video, as she went to visit Milka in her pits. Here's what happened.
Idea what you're doing out there. You're going to be sexy. What are you doing? Go, go. If you have me when you can see, you are fast, you can go. I see you. I see you. If you are fast, you can right show. What the hell? It's not my fault that you're slow. But you're giving everybody a hard time out there. I just want to talk to you about it. I've been heavy 3 times this weekend.
Find your best.
I just want to know. You like show. Go. Go away from here. You like show. If you are fast because you are fast, yes? Because you can pass without problem. When you're in the corner and you turn down.
Danica Patrick, Landon Castle tangled up. Castle going for a slide.
Okay, we did not hit anything. Did not hit anything.
It looked like Danica had a chance of not hitting anything, but just back up on the track.
Well, rule number 1 of stock car racing is learn how to wreck someone without wrecking yourself.
Just the 14th. Little run on your bumper.
What the f*** was that? Either you called it late or he's pissed about something. Hey, seriously, we need to sort this out. If my boss is hitting me down the back straight, it's either because I cut him off and I didn't know it, or he's just going off the deep end. That's been the whole fucking night with him. He's been a dick all night. I didn't do shit. He's so mean to me.
That worked out.
If you wouldn't have hit me last time, I'd be a little nicer.
Big push coming from Elliott and Keselowski. Contact! Elliott slam into the wall.
Are you kidding me?
Danica Patrick, Casey Kane.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, took the wind out of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, that was
Elliott Kane. Here's
violent.
Danica Patrick and Kevin Harvick.
Man, Mike,
All
these
this
guys,
blocking going on.
Well, it's at the end of these stages, and everybody.
Well, guys, as you know, there are several more Danica Patrick lowlights, but I had to include her final Daytona 500. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, thank you for the 100,000 views on the F1 video. That really, really means a lot to me. So, if you guys want more content, let me know. So, again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.